I wouldn't really agree that this new arc is starting off pretty good, but Oda has always a moment to surprise us, so now he does it too. It is with that the start of a new arc is So arc. With the beginning of the Bartolomeo Club, no, the Barto Club, and escorting the Straw Hats and Law to So, it turns out that since they were former gangsters, they had no experience in sailing. Instead, they just call their grams who tell them what to do and whatever. Are you telling me they survived through Grand Line with luck and an old lady's tale? And then they have been in the new world. Oh man, the Bardo Club are too much. They are complete and utter idiots when it comes to sailing. And yet they are just like the Straw Hats. They have the devilish of luck. They're even in the new world. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is we are introduced to a new antagonist of this arc, at least for now. And let me tell you, I did not see this one coming. But that's the only thing I didn't like. Because it's not gonna start good, but it probably will end good. The new pirate is apparently someone who has been hunting down allies of the Whitebeard ever since he became one, with a bounty of 480, who has apparently Edward Newgate's flesh and blood. And no, I don't mean that on the ship, son. Actually, son. Flesh and blood, real. Oh yeah, we see Kizaru again after so many years. So we saw a silhouette of him, and now we saw him again. Apparently he hunting down any with dispute and destroys cities where they are. Truly, and even though this guy is self-proclaimed to be Whitebeard's own flesh and blood, it appears this is not a Demolo Black kind of guy, someone who just brags and hopes he can survive. No, this is a guy who has power, because according to Kizaru, he has extreme power. But the fact that he says he's Whitebeard's son is the only self-proclaiming. And his name is Edward Weeble. And let me tell you, I don't think he looks a single bit like Whitebeard. He has Whitebeard's mustache, albeit a little bit longer. It's true he has his hair, because Whitebeard had wavy blonde hair in his youth, but the rest of anything. What is known about this guy is that he's reckless and strong and dangerous, and also a mama's boy, because the first line he says on his chapter is, "I'm sick of all this saying the real Whitebeard sons were in the sun. Go ask my mama then." And we're introduced to his mama, an extremely ugly old hag called Miss Bucking, a self-proclaimed Whitebeard's lover. Yeah, the feared Shibukai with a bounty of 480, with very frightening power, who claims to be Whitebeard's biological son, is a mama's boy. Uda really knows how to bring them, doesn't he? Although it's clear, though, that Miss Bucking is someone who, she values money over facts. The very first thing in her introduction is that she shows a picture of Whitebeard to Edward that he thought is a mirror, but it's a picture. I'm beginning to wonder, is that really Whitebeard's picture? Or is Edward really that dense? But it's what clear is, though, that the only thing Miss Bucking is after, the reason why they're hunting down the remaining Whitebeard, is in order to find money of some sort, great value that Whitebeard left behind. Edward really want to kill Blackbeard, but Miss Bucking just says they need to track down Marco the Phoenix, and so she sees Monkey D. Luffy, who Marco protected. So she decides they need to track him down in order to ask him about everything, about Marco's whereabouts. Okay, just for argument's sake, we say Edward is Whitebeard's son. Then what he's doing is completely wrong. In another way, I think it's the most likely theory, of course, is that Miss Bucking is a liar. Because, well, true, they had the beard and they had the hair, but after that their appearance stopped. It's also true that, Edward wearing a Becento. I hope it's not the same though. And but what is also clear is that after that his appearance changed. He is stubby and a little bit fat, although he has thick arms. And since the fact that Miss Buckings value money over these facts, it's clear she is manipulating him. Great value? Hell. She's gonna be pretty much of a shock when she hears it. Because one thing is clear though about Whitebeard. He never valued money, treasure, or anything else. There was only one thing he valued, and that was family. So, I find it's very unlikely that Edward is Miss Bucking's and Whitebeard's son. Well, Whitebeard's son at least. Also, another thing, since that Whitebeard was always going on an adventure, I highly doubt he was interested in women. In fact, if we're going to be a little bit half controversial, was Whitebeard even interested in women? And when I mean that, I mean, was he a chaste hero, or was he, just not interested in girls? Well, this is what this arc is going to be about, and hopefully Edward will stop being a mama's boy, because Miss Bucking seems to be the real villain. Either way, the crew reach Saw, where Usopp also gets in trouble with Frankie again, because Frankie cannot stand the fact that Usopp is higher than him. And when Sanji sees his bounty, I have a feeling he is not gonna be happy either. But they finally reach Saw. Oh yeah, and Barto Club easily gets seasick too. Saw is actually just what it says it is. It's a huge, giant mammoth of an elephant. Saw, which actually means saw, is so. That was a bad pun. But either way, and there's also one other promise we hear. The crew may very well be on Saw, but there's also apparently a promise that we will meet finally the Mink tribe, because according to Trafalgar law, they reside on that elephant for thousands of years and are not good with people. So are we finally gonna see the Mink tribe? I've been looking forward to seeing a new tribe. After that is only the Snake Neck left. And so we see the huge elephant. When I saw that elephant, I was reminding, is that the story of the big giant turtle? The turtle island that constantly swim out in the ocean? Maybe it's taken from this. When I see the elephant, the elephant has no eyes. So I'm beginning to wonder, is it really alive? Since it's walking on sea, I guess it is. And so, it starts the So arc. Okay, I had a very bad pun for that, but that one was even badder. Worse. So, give me your thoughts. If you have any. Are you gonna like this new antagonist? What are we gonna wait for the Mink tribe? And are we going to see more of Sanji this arc? I was really hoping we would. Oh, yeah, and will we see the final Admiral too? Give me thoughts, Vanny.